Hey, this is Donna St. Louis here, and although I am sick as a dog today, so excuse me if I cough, the one thing that I know for sure is success doesn't wait for sniffles. So I'm just going to have to get over it and get moving. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about how I know whether or not someone is serious about their business, like if they really want to do business, and how I decide whether I'm actually going to work with them. So there's kind of this reputation, I guess you would say, that I have, that I only work with very select and very few people, and very much on purpose. And a lot of times people think, oh, it's because it's a really high priced product or item. And it's not even that. It's not even that it's really high priced product or item. What I recognize is that my time is so valuable that I won't waste it on people who are just not serious. And that's really a big deal to me, not to waste my time on people who aren't serious, because if you're not putting money into the middle of the economy so that we can make this world, this country, this state, this city, your life better, then what's the point? Why waste my time or yours, right? We only got one life to live. We might as well do it right. So I'm actually going to share an email that this guy sent me. So last year, this guy sent me this email, and he said he was wondering why his business wasn't doing well. And he just kept going, I watch your live streams, I read your blogs, but my business isn't doing well. I'm really not sure what I should be doing differently. And I asked him, I said, so which of my courses have you taken? Like, have you gotten the 6 kick-ass strategies of the $1 Million Entrepreneur? And are you following the blueprint to the letter? Are you doing the daily 6? Are you a part of the weekly accountability and mastermind program? Are you a part of that? Have you done anything in regards to your website? Have you updated? Like, I've gone through like the whole list of things that he was supposed to do. And he straight up said, he goes, no, I haven't purchased anything. I said, not even the $20 book? And I'm not trying to be funny, but seriously, you didn't even go with the book? Like, the book is literally a step-by-step book. The 6 kick-ass strategies of a $1 Million Entrepreneur is literally a step-by-step book with a workbook in the back. You didn't even do that? And he said, no. And I said, listen, I got to tell you, I'm really looking for a reason, not an excuse, but a reason. And here's what he wrote back to me. He goes, first he said he didn't have time. Then he said he didn't have money, right? We're talking about a $20 book. He said he didn't have money. So first he said he didn't have time. Then he said he didn't have money. Then he said that it was, and I quote, well, Donna, it's just easier for you. My favorite, it is easier for you. I wonder if he thought it was easier for me when I was living in my car at 19 years old. I wonder if he thought it was easier for me when I invested half of a paycheck to buying a book. I wonder if he thought it was easier for me when I did a whole bunch of research and picked up the phone to call the person who actually wrote the book that spawned my career. I wonder if he thought those things were easier for me. And does he think it's easier for me now? Because it wasn't easier for me when I started. I had to bust my ass when I started. So I was going, okay, what's going on here? But here's the thing. This language is familiar. I hear from people all the time. They don't have time. They don't have money. They're not willing to put in the work. They want someone to do it for them. They're not willing to gain the intellectual property. They think it's easier for me because of where I am. Well, you know what? Probably today it's easy as hell for me because I did all the work in the past to make it much easier for me. And still there are things that I struggle and bust my butt with. But this is just, it's a language that's used for an excuse. And that's what it really comes down to, because here's the one thing I'm going to tell you for sure. No matter how you cover it, if you're not willing to invest time, money, and work into creating a quality business, you're going to have a business that lacks quality. I actually, last week, someone said, wow, you're really, quote unquote, stepping into people's ass this year. It's not that I'm stepping into people's ass this year. This is what I'm actually a little, I guess you would say, annoyed with. I've heard every excuse from the presidential election to someone literally sitting with me at Starbucks, drinking a $6 cup of coffee and eating a $7 sandwich, explaining to me that a $20 book is too expensive. No, What's wrong is the priorities are wrong. A decision has been made that things must be spoon-fed and given and made easier. And this was my favorite part. I had someone actually complain in regards to the information given out for free on a Facebook live stream. I said, it's free. It wasn't my live stream, it was someone else's, but they were complaining. Now, this person did a great job giving out the information that they gave out, but they didn't go into this detailed how-to. And the person watching complained that the person who was delivering the live stream did not go into detailed information. I mean, complained like all out, like how dare they? And I'm like, you didn't pay shit for that live stream. You sat there on your ass, sipping your Starbucks and bitched about what someone else was giving for free. Think about that. Here's the thing. There is a language that I look for, and there's a language that I listen for. The language that I listen for is this. And I was just working with this gentleman the other day who said, Dawnna, I don't want to just be a speaker. He wants to be a speaker. He said, I don't want to just be a speaker. I want to be in the top 1%. And I'm willing to do the work that it takes to get in that top 1%. And I know to get there isn't going to be easy, because to say that it's going to be easy means that I would be stepping on and crapping on all the people who have done work to get to that top 1%. So I recognize that I want to be the best, but I want to be the best of the best. That's the language that I listen for. I listen for the language of people who recognize that it's going to take time, it's going to take money, and it's going to take some actual elbow grease to get things done. And that person said exactly what I needed to hear. Not I'm going to be the best because everyone else sucks. No. I'm going to have to bust my ass to be the best. See, everyone wants something, it seems. And they all want this thing. They're like, I want to be successful just like you are. I'm like, you don't want to be successful just like I was. Because you don't want to have to live in your car. You don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to work 20 hours a day to try to figure something out. You don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to make all the mistakes I made. And so when you work with me, what I'm actually doing is keeping you from having to live in your car and make all of those mistakes and make financial mistakes and waste time that you don't have. So that's the point of working with someone and getting the intellectual property that you need. What I listen for, quite honestly, when I'm going to work with someone is the excuses. When they start telling me, I just don't have time, I don't want to hear it. When they say, well, I don't have the money, quite frankly, I don't want to hear it. And when they say that, well, I don't know, it just seems too hard, I don't want to hear it. Those people I do not work with. And my girl Teresa Rose is on, and she says, I agree. The more elbow grease to give, the less money and time it takes. That is so true. And when you have money and there are some things you can invest in, then you might not have to spend so much time, but you have to be smart enough to know how to make the proper investment. That's the thing. I see so many people running after the shiny thing. Oh, this person has a big name. Oh, this person is the newest shiny thing. And they go and invest a whole lot of money and they get a whole lot of nothing. That is not what you're trying to do. You're never, ever, ever going to see me take my iPad and go outside and show you my Mercedes or my BMW. You're never going to see me do that. You're never going to see me walk around my house and show you my house, because you know what? That's number one, cars are a stupid investment. So someone sitting there showing you their Lamborghini or their Rolls Royce, you really have to question, why in the hell are they investing their money? Are they really trying to prove to you that I have so much money I can just throw it away? Well, they're idiots. That's number one. I would prefer to throw it into my son's futures. That sounds way better than me. So you're never going to see me do that. But what you will do is you will see me constantly give out great information. You will always see me try to really spawn your butt to do something a little different. And you'll hear me say things like, yes, today I am sick as a dog. I really am. I am on a lot of drugs. However, sick and sniffles have no place in success. Things just have to move forward. And if anything, I hope that today shows you that regardless of how I feel right now, I'm going to bring it. So what I want to hear from you is when you sit down, today is the time. Let me tell you what happened on the 21st. On the 21st of January, all the losers, all of them, broke their New Year's resolution because the average person doesn't make it to 21 days. So they all broke their New Year's resolutions, all the losers. The winners didn't have a 21-day New Year's resolution. They looked at how could they make it to 210 days. That's what the winners did. And those are the people I work with. So no, I don't work with the people who are struggling and trying to figure it out. I work with people who go, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. I'm willing to put in the time. I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to put in the financial resources, and I'm willing to make an investment in myself, because the one investment that I can guarantee is a return on investment when I invest in myself. So that's my question for you today. What are you going to do to invest in yourself? What time, what work, and what financial resources are you going to put in place so that you can be number one, and that when I talk to you, I'm going, that's a person I'm willing to invest in. What's up, my boy, Jeff Ram? I am getting ready to actually head off. And yes, I apologize for coughing. Yes, sick and sniffles have no place in success at all. Sometimes you just got to push through and make it happen. It really doesn't matter. No one wants to hear you whining. And quite honestly, you guys don't want to hear my coughing or my sniffling. And that's why I've been trying to keep it at a minimum. But seriously, I want you to think about that. What time are you going to invest? What resources, what financial resources are you going to invest? And what elbow grease are you going to put in? And excuse me, and realize that when you are requesting someone else's intellectual property, what you're really asking them for is to help you not make all the mistakes that they've made and help shorten the time that it's going to take you to get to your goal. And that is not free. Recognize the value of someone else's work and that they're willing to give it to you. Don't go on someone's live stream, for example, and bitch that they didn't give you all the information in the world. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, I hope you guys have, sorry for shaking that. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Now, I am traveling Tuesday through Friday. And when I go to hotels, the live stream isn't always the best, but I will try to come on tomorrow, and I try to come on Wednesday and Thursday. I usually don't do these on Mondays. I usually do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right around 1 o'clock. But tomorrow I'm going to be traveling a little bit, so I might not be able to get to it tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out in the hotel. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day. And look for at the end or at the beginning of next month, I'm actually doing a copywriting course for people who want to know how to write great sales copy. This is very specific to sales copy. So if you want to know how to write fantastic sales copy so that you have a rockin' website, so that you have really kick-ass marketing, and so that you have stuff that just knocks it out in the park every single solitary time. So that way when people come and look at your website, they go from browsers to buyers. Let me know if you want to see what rockin' copy looks like. You can always go to my website, which is www.dawnna.com. I'm actually going to teach people how to write great copy for great sales copy, and I'm going to put it in a package that you can buy. Anyway, it was so great. Yes, do you like my copywriting course? I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I know Teresa did it. It really, we amped up your website. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. It was great to see you. Great to be here. Thank you for the love and hearts. I really appreciate those a lot. And I'll try to see you guys tomorrow, not making any promises. Make sure you share this, please. Talk to you later.